Hi there. I am just on time, which is not my strongest suit usually. Is anyone there? There should be 11 people. Hi. Oh, hi. It's snowing. It's the end of March and it's snowing. It's snowing so bad that the snow is actually on the ground. It's not just like snowing and whatever. It's actually snowing. Oh man, March is something else. Like that's a month. And of course, the weather was really nice. Some of the buzzers, I mean insects, um, got out already, and today it was so cold and so unpleasant. Like the wind, it was really bad. And yeah, and it's actually snowing. I am at the seaside. It shouldn't snow here. Like, come on. I am not in the mountains. Like in Poland, there's a really big distinction between the sea and the mountains. Like you can't have both. It's like one is in the south, one is in the north, and it's just. I mean, the town that I live in actually has a lot of hills. It's definitely not like flat. It's definitely not plains or whatever. So yeah, but still, it's not the mountains, so it shouldn't snow here that much. And we actually got a lot of snow during winter, and yeah, it's snowing right now. It's how? My favorite Polish candy. I also sent a package to the US once. Uh, I don't know. I try not to eat that many sweets these days, but I guess jeżyki are really good. Like I always just like them. But there are the grześki bars, right? So like the one without like that is not covered in chocolate, is just like a wafer, is so good. Like this is like my favorite thing. And it's so cheap. Yeah, it's just like has kind of like a nut filling, like hazelnut or something. I don't even know, because it's like a buttery thing between the wafers, and yeah, it's just like a very basic bar, but it's so good. I don't know. Yes, it's snowing. I am in shock too. And I will actually be doing my nails, so I am filing them right now. I had sun almost all day, and I live in Słupsk. Słupsk is not really that far away from here. So, well, I mean, it's like some distance, but it's not super far away. Coffee flavored jeżyki. I like the cherry ones, but the coffee ones are good too. In the south of Poland is 15 degrees. Well, it kind of makes sense because it is warmer in the south. It's actually pretty cold where I live, usually. Like we almost never get super heat. In the summer, it's maybe like a few days when we get heat. But then you can just go to the sea and like feel the breeze and everything. It's always windy here anyway, so you don't really feel it that much. And yeah, so I don't even know like how many degrees there were today. I have to check because it was really cold. Right now it's 2 degrees Celsius and it's snowing. And before that it must have been like max 6, I guess, because it was really cold. I already switched to a different coat and I just went out with it and I was like, holy crap, I regret everything. I wish I'd worn my really thick winter jacket. But also, I went to my hometown recently, Łódź, which is in the center of Poland, and that was the moment when I switched from the winter coat to like a lighter coat, because I was like, okay, we need to get some lighter clothes because it's a lot warmer there than here, which is always the case, really. What color are you painting your nails? Kind of like, actually the camera is kind of legit about the color because it distorts colors a lot. It's like a rusty orange. It's a very fall color. Whatever, I like fall colors, okay? Very autumn. I just bought it. I've never used it. So yeah, it's like super new. So I wanted to try it out. Hi. How are you guys doing? Oh, you don't have to ask me about what I ate for lunch today because I actually posted it on my Instagram stories. So just go to my Instagram and you'll see what I ate today. Black nails? Oh, it's been a while since I had black nails. Can't remember the last time I had black nails. I don't even have black nail polish right now. I have really dark, like navy blue, like dark navy blue, really. Really, really dark. But it's kind of close-ish to black, but it's definitely not black. It's still blue. Oh man, it was really cold in Gdańsk, but I didn't know when I went by bike to university. Yeah, that's the worst. Like, when you're on a bike, you feel the wind like 50 times more, right? It's just right in your face. And I would just, like, my nose would just go crazy if I did that. I would be, like, covered in like, boogers. Are you going to paint any design? Nah, just basic. I won't even like do any top thing. Only top coat that actually protects the nail polish so much that I didn't do my nails for like almost 2 weeks, I think, because the polish wasn't just like, it wasn't coming off. It literally went off today. So I was like, yeah, okay, so I'm doing my nails during the stream. That's fine. Because I usually do them in the evening when I'm like watching TV series or something. I ate too much McDonald's today and now I've got a stomach ache. Well, you know how it is. The stream will be saved, so we can always just watch it later. I know it's not the same as being here, but it's something. The autumn started and still hot here today. The temperature is 34 in Celsius, I'm assuming. Are you in Australia? Because if autumn just started and it's really hot, that definitely implies Australia. Can you show your nails now? My right hand is better than the left one. This is what they look like when they are, I can't really focus on my hand, sorry. When they are perfectly clipped. Like, I don't clip them up until like 0, but very, very close. And actually on this hand, on this finger, the nail is above the fingertip. My nails are so long naturally that it is actually above the fingertip, which is just freaking crazy. And I like them short, so they are never really short, you know? Like after a week, they get so long that that they actually start like annoying me, you know? After 2 weeks, they super annoy me, and I like think every minute that I should clip those nails because I'm going nuts. And you should be a hand model. Yeah, I know, they're big, really big. My hands are 18 centimeters, which is bigger than your, you know what. Yeah, they're actually kind of unproportionally big. My hands are the size of my boyfriend's hands. I mean, his hands aren't really that big, but you know, like, it's kind of weird. We can share gloves. And it's like, I can try on some gloves and buy them for him because I know they will fit. It's just strange, but yeah. But all, like, female gloves are so tiny for me because my hands are just big. So yeah. It was useful when I was playing the piano, though. And that was the time when I was in music school ages ago. That was the time when I actually liked my nails long. I actually liked them long for quite some time. You can even see some videos where I have long nails on this channel. And it was such a pain. It was devastating for me that I had to actually clip them every week or even more frequently because they're long, and even when I clipped them short, they would still make a sound on the keyboard, which was annoying, so and shouldn't happen. But well, that's just my anatomy, you know. Oh, I'm sorry. You know, sausage fingers is what Louis from Life with Louis had, so that's cute, I guess, right? That's cool. R.I.P. Louis Anderson. Yeah, so I think like a few years ago, I actually grew to like short nails, and it just stayed with me, and I am so used to it right now that it's so annoying when I don't clip them for like a week. Oh, okay. I already opened it actually has like maple, like red maple leaves on the, and it says autumn vibes, even though I bought it in March. So, yeah. But I think it was on sale, which makes sense, I guess. But yeah, it is actually supposed to be like an autumn color, but whatever. I just like this color. Oh, did you see my blonde hair? Yeah, you could have seen that on Twitter, or if you're my Polish viewer, you just saw that. But like, I bleached my hair on the bottom, like, how do I say that? Like underneath, you know, just in case like they burn or something and fall out, because I didn't know what the result would be. And I wanted them reddish. I kind of wanted them in this color, really. Like a reddish brown, but it turned out that they got bleached so fast in like 5 minutes, I think, to this like golden blonde that yeah, they just have to be like that right now. I mean, I'm planning some more steps with it pretty soon, actually, but yeah, like part of my hair is blonde now. This was the first time when I bleached my hair, so I had no idea what would happen. But it was interesting. And I did that at home, just so you know. Wait, I'll catch up with the chat and then I will just paint my nails. I mean, my nails break too. Actually, the reason that my nail polish fell off was because I like peeled my nail. I don't know if you know what I mean, but they peel a lot. And I know that this is due to some kind of lack of vitamins or something, even though my labs are pretty good. And I don't know exactly how, like, why it happens, but I don't really care because I like them short, so it doesn't really matter. Sometimes it looks bad because, like, what's the word? A layer of your nail actually falls off, you know, like a little layer. So when you put nail polish on it, it can be visible sometimes that, you know, that part of your nail is gone, kind of. So yeah, so this is a thing with my nails, and I cannot resist peeling them. Like, if I see that I can peel them, it's so satisfying to me for some reason that I will just go with it. I don't know if this is like an anxiety thing or whatever, but I cannot. I can't not do that. So yeah, so this is a thing too. Like when I used to have long nails, they would break at some point anyway, and I would just cut them short then. And I was just like, yeah, let's just keep them short, whatever. If they're long anyway, and if I paint them, they will look really nice. So just why the effort, you know? Newer subscriber, and this is my first live stream of yours. We've been doing this every month since January, so hi. There will be more. And I think there might be, just a spoiler, there might be a stream of creating some townies for plant alaris again, maybe next week or something, I'm not sure. But I feel the need. Like, this is the moment where I need to make some new townies. I went out of my online lecture to watch your stream. There are still online lectures? Good, I guess. This hair suits you very much. Thank you. Oh man, that sucks. Like, I don't really care what my mom thinks about my hair anymore. I'm almost 30 years old, but the only reason that I haven't painted my full hair yet is because I like my natural hair color. It's that simple. So, and of course I don't want them damaged or anything, especially if I need to bleach them to get a color because my hair is rather dark. But well, this turned out to be pretty good. It's like a very light shade, I guess, comparing to my normal hair, and they're actually fine. Like, they are maybe a little bit more dry and hayy, but perfectly fine hair. So yeah. So even if I have to bleach my whole head, I am not really that afraid of it anymore, but I just like my color. And I feel like if I dye it like blue or whatever, then it would be really hard to go back to my natural color. Although I have a lot of gray hair, you can't see them in this camera, but I do. And I think I might just dye my whole head soonish. Yeah, I agree that The Sims 2 deserves more attention. Okay, time to paint. Oh wait, I first need to put some like old lip balm around the nails. I do that because I like get the nail polish on my skin a lot, and then I can't take it off, and like if I try to do that with the remover, then I remove the polish on the nails, and it's like so I just try to do that so that it goes off nicely because I actually have a lot of skin around my nails, so it's really hard to paint my nails without putting the polish on the skin. So it's like a thing I do. This lip balm wasn't very good anyway, so I just decided to use it for this. I might use some like Vaseline in the future when I run out of this. Now my fingers are oily, so I can't do much, I guess. Oh, that is a nice color, actually. I will need 2 layers of this, I think. It is kind of see-through. That's fine. I usually do need 2 layers, and my nails are pretty big, so I also use a lot of nail polish on them. There's a lot of space to fill. Especially when I'm doing 2 layers. How to make The Sims 2 more interesting? I don't know, like, it's interesting to me. Like, pretty much always, I guess. I mean, I do get bored sometimes, but I think rotational play is what makes it interesting to me. And actually following what the Sims tell you, the Lifetime ones, not trying to make up everything, but just like read what the game actually tells you, their personality, their one true hobby, you know. There are a lot of things that tell you about the personality of that sim, and I kind of like that, especially with Sims born in game, because I can just like make stories about them and just interpret things that are already there. I don't really have to make up too much. Like in The Sims 4, you have to make up everything to even like play it because nothing happens. And the Sims are kind of like empty shells. Really, you get bored in The Sims 3? That's even more impossible, I think. Like, recently my favorite thing to do in The Sims 3 is just creating random Sims or choosing an existing family of a town and just basically playing wants-based, like Pleasant Sims style. Because like the wants system in The Sims 3 is so smart most of the time that you can just like make a whole gameplay out of it just from what your Sims want from the very start of the gameplay. It's freaking crazy how much they actually tell you to do. And how many different things can come out of that. Okay, the first layer looks like this. Hello. It's pretty much orange. Just like not super orange. Like delicate orange. Oh wait, it's matte. Huh, I didn't know that. If I put... It's super matte actually. If I put top coat on this, it will stop being matte, I think. So maybe I won't. Because I kind of like the matte. The matte finish. Ah, no! Glass! Stop this. Stop ruining my nails. When you play with pre-made Sims with their own stories and like bios and stuff, it's good to actually read the bios because they can give you an idea too. Like Mary Sue has in her bio that she likes pottery, even though there was no pottery in the base game, there is in free time. So you can just make her do pottery in her free time or something. And I think Angela's bio kind of implies that she should be in oceanography or something, that she wants to like swim with dolphins or something. I can't remember exactly, but especially with expansion packs, you can actually like interpret it in all these new ways. Like usually it was just some random stuff that the creators put in their bios, but after we got more and more content, you could actually do those things, which is kind of funny, I guess, but it's a thing. Matte nail polishes pretty much always dry pretty fast, right? So I guess I will get another layer. Layer number 2. Oh, pro tip. I don't know if it's a tip actually, but I always paint, I am right-handed. And I always paint my nails starting from the right hand. I like use the left hand to paint on the right hand first, because if I start from the left hand, then not only will the left hand be like less abled in general, but also when it has the wet nail polish on it, it will be even less able, you know. So I just like to kind of like equal it to, if I'm gonna have imperfect nails, I want to have them on both hands, not one hand perfectly painted and the other one is just like whatever. So yeah, I do it like that. I've been doing that for years. I am so used to that I don't even think about it. Like I just do it right away. I just start from the right hand always. Okay, some dogs are fighting. Oh, biting nails. Yeah, that's a thing. It was a thing for me when I was in music school and I had to have my nails short at all times. I was like, why do I clip them? I can just like chew on them, you know? I can just clip them with my teeth. And I actually did that. It was never like a habit. I mean, it was kind of a habit, but once I could grow them again, I wasn't biting on them anymore. It was just like never really a thing. Even though I have tics like that, like a lot of them, but just biting nails was never really a problem. But I curl my hair a lot. Like, oh my god. A lot. You can even see it in the video sometimes, because especially on live streams, because I just can't help it. I also chew on the inside of my mouth. I don't know how to even, like, I can't even explain it in Polish, let alone in English. So, like, on my cheeks on the inside, or like my lips on the inside, and sometimes they bleed, and it's like, it's a whole thing. But yeah, but biting nails was just never a problem for me. But it was for my boyfriend, and like a lot. And now, it's weird to see him with his nails like longer than 1 millimeter or something, like when he kind of forgets to clip them for some time, and I'm like, holy crap, dude, those nails are long. Because when he finally stopped doing that, it's been like 2 years, I think. I'm so proud of him. Then he had to actually clip them, so you know, like it was really new, because before he didn't even clip his fingernails because there was no point. He would just bite them off. Okay. Wait. Oh man, I need to catch up. Oh yeah, and I forgot my fingers are so oily now. Oh, it's on the mouse. Your glasses are so cute. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Chrissy. Um, Okay, I'm here, I think. Great life hack. You're welcome. Oh, okay. Actually, there was no point in scrolling over it. Okay. That's a nice metaphor for The Sims 3. Um, I do that cheek chewing too. A lot of people do. Like, this is definitely an anxiety thing. But I had a girl in my class in high school who was like a model, and she was really pretty and, like tall and very confident. But I once saw her chewing on the inside of her mouth, and I was like, is she anxious actually? Is she like me? Yeah, so like it could be like a habit, just a habit, but it could be out of anxiety. These things are definitely anxiety things. So I don't know. It was interesting. But yeah, I saw a lot of people actually do that. You chew on your inner lips so much that you can't eat? That's bad. Um, no, I don't think I've heard about the song of Taylor Swift. I mean, I follow a lot of things about Taylor, but sometimes the posts are kind of confusing, and I don't know if it's like a retrospect thing or or a new thing. So, yeah, I might have seen something about that, but not really like realize it's a stop this. It's a new thing. It's called stimming. Okay. I mean, I guess it happens in autism a lot too, but isn't autism also connected to anxiety a lot? I don't want to look like an auntie. I'm still young, okay? I mean, I could be an auntie, I guess. Nail biting is also said to be connected to anxiety, um, but it's hard to say sometimes. Like, it is a habit too, so maybe maybe someone had anxiety when they were like a kid. They started biting their nails, and as an adult, they don't really experience anxiety that much, but they just kept the habit. It just stayed with them. The sunflower shirt is actually Sunflowers by Van Gogh. Hi there. So, art freak. I think I am done. I kind of like this color because it's kind of delicate. It's like, and it is matte. It's like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like dusty. It's it's light. Kinda. Woo! It's very delicate. Self-stimulatory behavior. It's not only when anxious, but we generally need to stimulate ourselves more. That kind of makes sense. I like move my legs a lot, so that's also a thing. And even now, I am just like tapping the desk with my fingers. What's wrong with me? Like you said, delicate, and then the song started playing in my head. I am the same. It hasn't started playing in my head just now, but like it's a normal thing for me. I just see a word, and the song is in my head. I even hear a sound sometimes, and the song is in my head. So yeah, even when like my boyfriend plays a game, it's 2137 right now. When my boyfriend plays a game and there are some sounds, or like the console menu makes some sounds, some of those sounds remind me of certain songs, so they are in my head a lot, because I hear those sounds from the bedroom sometimes. And once he was like, he was singing one of those songs, like trying to sing, because he always distorts songs very much, and I was like, why are you singing that? Because he definitely didn't know that song. That there's no way that he ever heard a Simple Plan song, okay? It's not possible. So I was like, why are you singing Simple Plan, man? That's weird. And he said that that it's some song that I was singing all the time, like, you know, like a lot. And I realized that it is actually the song that pops in my head whenever there is a console sound, a certain sound. So yeah, it's Shut Up by Simple Plan. Yeah, so that's a thing. It's kind of annoying sometimes, really. Actually can be very annoying. Especially when it's a song you don't really want to have in your head. Simple Plan is okay, I guess. Yes, I know the game Dead by Daylight, but it's too creepy for me. Everyone, especially one of my friends, keeps telling me it's not that creepy, but to me Don't Starve is creepy, so like everything is creepy to me. Virtuoso couple be like, he doesn't actually have a hearing. I don't think he actually has a sense of rhythm even, but he just kind of catches the songs because I sing all the freaking time. All the time. And I just walk around the house and I just sing. And sometimes he's like, this again. You're singing this again. Yeah, so he kind of just like just takes the song and like starts humming it, or tries to like sing the lyrics, which are always wrong. And I always laugh at him, but yeah, so it's not like we can both sing or something and we're just having concerts every day. It's more like I sing and he just repeats after me. Stop with the barca. It's 39 already. I mean, for me, it's that there is always music in my head. Always. It's like maybe the very I don't know, like half a minute after I wake up, maybe there's silence, but usually I actually wake up with a song in my head already. So it's like it's always there. Right now I'm talking a lot, so I can't really hear the music that much in my head. But I think it's like a mix of Barca and the song that I was talking about right now. I can't remember what was on my mind when I was preparing for the stream, but it's just like always there. Yeah, I did take some singing lessons, but it wasn't really long, and it was just like a kind of like a, I don't know, I don't want to say a casual thing, because I did go to some kind of like competitions sometimes. I even won something, but not like won, but like I was third place in my age group or something, and I actually got a trophy. Yeah, like there was some learning to sing and some public singing, but I don't really like it that much. It's too stressful for me. Now that I was silent for a minute, Shut Up by Simple Plan is in my head. Well, I don't really have to have background music. Sometimes when I need to focus, I do like to get like a soft instrumental music. There's this playlist on Spotify called Deep Focus, and I use that. But I can't really, like, if I listen to like my regular music with lyrics and singing and everything, I would so not be focused. I sometimes can't focus because there's a song in my head, so it's kind of the opposite. Yeah, I was definitely singing in the refrigerator. I can't say that word. Refrigerator, fridge, refrigerator light. I was I definitely did that more than once. It's a Taylor Swift reference if you don't know. I can tell you took singing lessons very professional. I don't know. Like I guess I just kind of know my voice, and that's pretty much it. I'm like, I don't have a trained voice. I wouldn't say that. I just know my voice, and I know which sounds I can make and which ones I can't. So I kind of adjust to it, you know? How long did it take you? Did it take until you were as fluent as you are now? Because it says in my description that I started making videos to improve my English. I mean, that I make videos to improve my English, because that's not exactly how it started. But I don't know. Like, this channel is 8 years old, so you tell me when I became so fluent, because I don't know. It's like, and also it's not only the channel, like it's mainly the channel really, but it's also some of different things, like it's a lot of things sum up to it. But my English wasn't really that bad in the first place, right? That's why I even started making videos in English, and I felt comfortable enough, and I felt like my English was good enough to talk to people in it, you know? So it's not like I went from zero to this. It's like a lot of this was just school. Oh, you said that I said that in one of my videos. It's possible, but it also says in my channel description. Channel. The ch sound is awful in English. I can never make it right. Aw. The only thing I don't usually do is singing in the shower. I sometimes do that, but it's not really my thing. I usually just think a lot in the shower, and I just don't have space in my head to be also singing. So yeah. But I sing a lot during cooking or when I'm just sitting here like chilling. Today I caught myself humming a song when I was watching a TV show. So like I was focusing on the TV show and also singing at the same time. And I am not a multitasker. Definitely not. My vocabulary sucks too. You're not alone. I think it's pretty normal to be a native speaker of a language and not understand it fully yet. It's or just not understanding it fully, because there are still a lot of words in Polish that I hear and I don't really know exactly what they mean. Also, sometimes I catch myself thinking about grammar and being really confused of like, why is it this way? Like, I can use it, but if I think about it, it doesn't make any sense. So it's the case in English a lot too, I guess. So yeah, when you learn as a native, you learn more intuitively, you know. So then you start thinking about it, and you start trying to make sense of certain things, and you just can't. When you learn a language as a second language, then it's kind of like the explanation is first, and then you actually use it, you know, sometimes. And so it's more, it feels more like learning, right? And you can explain a lot of things in the language that is your second rather than your native one, right? It's kind of weird, but yeah, because like your native language is a language and your second language is kind of like a subject sometimes. I don't like to dance, actually. Everyone is super surprised always that I am such a musical person. I like to sing, and I'm like just singing all the time, and you know, music. But dancing is totally not my thing. It's just it could just not exist, and I would be like, okay. I mean, I do like move to music, you know, in the rhythm or something, but dancing as dancing is so not appealing to me. I had dance classes at at university, and they were just absolutely awful to me. Oh my god, the worst. Do you ever hear a sound and have a need to repeat it? I guess, especially when it's a Sims sound. It's sometimes more. I mean, when you're learning a third language, your second language can be really useful sometimes. Even if it's not from the same group of languages, like you said, you're learning French and you use English. So like Polish, English, and French are all from different age groups. No, it's not Sims, language groups. So, but there are some things, some words, and some terms and some like sentences in French that can be a lot easier translated to English than Polish. So it's a lot more intuitive this way. If you just translate them to English, that is kind of closer in meaning, you know? If you know English already, of course. So yeah, so like this is really helpful. It's kind of like the more languages you know, the more languages you can learn, right? I only know two, but like my native and English, of course. So yeah. But I do remember from French class in high school that some things could be compared easily to English. And my teacher wasn't really, like, she didn't know English that much, but sometimes she would agree that, yeah, that's more similar in English, actually. Oh yeah, but false friends are there too. Like you see a word in another language, you think of an English word maybe, and it can be confusing, especially when actually the languages are from the same group, but somehow words that look very similar mean opposite things. Like between Polish and Czech, there are some words like that. Maybe not opposite exactly, although when it comes to the word czerstwy in Polish, a very similar word in Czech means fresh, when czerstwy in Polish means stale. So like stale bread means fresh bread in Czech. This is the exact opposite. But there are also different words that just mean something completely different, not opposite, but just completely different. Yeah. Also, between English and Polish, there are a lot of things like that. That kind of sound like the same thing, but they are quite different. One of the examples is sympathy, really, because sympathy is like when you feel for someone, right? When something happens and you're showing sympathy, so you're just kind of feeling for them. And in Polish, sympatia means that you like someone, or even like you're crushing on someone, or they're your significant other even. So like it's this kind of context. So it can be really confusing, and there are a lot of words like that. And it's very similar. It's very possible that those two words came from like they have the same origin, but they just developed differently in those two languages. The same as the word ordinary. In English, ordinary means just like everyday, just usual, not very unique. And ordynarny, which is very similar in Polish, means like vulgar, ugly, something like that. So when someone is acting in a really disgusting way or something, you can say that they're ordynarny. And it all just comes from one source. That ordinare in Latin, I can't remember if this is the word exactly, but it means like basic or something like that, and it just developed in two different ways, because like when you're acting in a disgusting way and you're vulgar or something, then it's kind of like your basic instincts or something, and ordinary people is also like basic stuff, right? So it's kind of similar, but also very different in meaning. So yeah. And we're talking about language again, of course, as always. Are my nails done? Oh yeah, they're actually dry already. Matte. Matte be like that. You rolled the R? What do you mean? Where? Oh, because I said ordinare. Well, that's normal. when you can't roll the R in Polish, like when you're a Polish person, it's probably like that in other language that have the harsh R. Then it's actually a speech disorder. So yeah, you can actually like treat it, but some people don't, and they just don't roll the R, and it's fine. But it is actually considered a speech disorder if you can't say like rower or rabarbar. Or I don't know, chrupki. Languages are interesting. That's very true. Yeah, some people have that problem in childhood that they can't really learn how to roll the R, and you just go to a specialist and they kind of teach you. They give you like exercises for that, and you can actually like stop having that problem. But some people just don't stop. um, I actually have some, like, maybe not a problem with it, but sometimes the R just doesn't, like, come out right. And I have a lot of problem with L's and R's being next to each other, both in English and in Polish. So maybe I don't really struggle that much with the infamous word literally, but I do have some problems with it. There you go. And sometimes I like switch the letters or something, and like it's a whole thing. Like switch the R's with the L's in a word, and because I don't know, for some reason those sounds are similar to me. I mean, they are kind of, because one is soft, one is hard or something. I can't really remember the words for that, but but it's kind of like the same word, but the one letter is soft and the other one is hard. So yeah. Yeah, curva actually comes from the turn, because the original meaning in Latin is actually turn. But for some reason, it just changed the meaning completely in Slavic languages. Actually, I don't really have a problem with the word glory. I don't think I ever confused it. Although, I remember in one song there is a line, I catch a brief reflection, and I had such a problem with singing that line, with the brief reflection thing. But I learned it. I learned to say it. Also, I remember in one of the videos I was trying to say really relatable lyrics, and it was just so hard. Yeah, the turn thing. Yeah, my personal tongue twisters are the ones with the L's and R's. Calorifer, oh god. No, not calorifer. This is calorifer. By the way, radiator is calorifer. But it's such a funny word, by the way. And laboratorium actually is not that bad for me. Laboratorium is laboratory. Also Labrador and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, there are just certain words. I really want to learn Simlish. Blush. Meshalib. Oh yeah, I've been playing Sims 3. That's why I'm speaking in the Sims 3 dialect of Simlish. Is it really with... Wait, is laboratory actually with an L in the middle? That would be a kind of different word because it's laboratory. It's laboratorium, not laboratorium. A lot of people make that mistake. But it's actually laboratorium because it kind of has... I remember that it has the word labor in it. So yeah. Simlish is a mix of a lot of things, but I think one of the... Oh, you can see that my glasses aren't fake because my face is just like caught here. They aren't really that strong, but it always looks like, there's always a difference. Actually, one of the developers of The Sims 2 on Twitter that is not in the in the team anymore, like for a long time, but he was very active in creating The Sims 2. Actually, he said that Simlish, and The Sims 1 as well, and he actually said that it's a myth with saying that Simlish is a mix of some languages, that it's actually not even, like, it's just gibberish, basically. There might have been some inspirations because it's like certain people were just recording certain things, and there are some words that actually mean stuff, like 10 or 20 words, but like it kind of depends on the person that was actually recording it, because there is a huge difference between, for example, me as a Polish person, if I had to record some parts of Simlish, just like make up a language, just make up some sounds, and if a person from, I don't know, a person from some Asian country, like China, whatever, were to also like come up with gibberish words, it would be completely different because different things would sound gibberish to us. So if someone on the team recording the stuff was of some descent maybe, or knew other languages and stuff like that, they would come up with different sounds. So like there could be either inspiration, or knowing certain languages would just stop them from making sounds that kind of sound like those languages. Do you know what I mean? Like, for example, Mistofa, Ustobla is like, you don't even know how to spell it in English because the sounds are very foreign, but you can actually spell it pretty pretty accurately in Polish, because the sounds, the sounds are very Polish there. So it's, you know what I mean? Gibberish sounds differently to people, you know? Like, sometimes, tell me if you ever, yeah, exactly that, uśtubla. And misztofa. Wait, I am not writing. It's not even a word, but you can actually spell it. And it's where was I? Yeah, tell me if you ever heard a word in Simlish that sounded like a word in your language. And you were like, oh, they're saying that. Because whenever a woman with a certain voice in The Sims 3 breaks the toilet, she goes like, Synush! and that's like a diminutive of son as a male child of yours, not the star, because the pronunciation in American is exactly the same. Yeah, so like she's saying Sonny or something like that, because it's a diminutive of son in Polish, and I'm like, is she trying to get her son to come and fix the toilet or something, because she's like Synush? I just can't. Like, it sounds like a legit Polish word. So you know what I mean? How can you say that anything is inspired by a language if so many people can hear their actual language in Simlish? Like, you would have to say that it's inspired by every single freaking of 4,000 languages that there are in the world. It actually makes a lot of sense to me to say that it's a myth, that it was inspired by anything. Especially that in The Sims 1, when a male sim received a gift from another sim, he would say spasiba. Literally, he would say spasiba, which is thank you in Russian. So, that could have been inspired. That could have been the exact words said in like, that is it's supposed to be Simlish, it's supposed to be gibberish, but really? Yeah. And sul also sounds like salt in Polish, but it's misspelled, so it's like, it sounds like it, but it's not spelled like it. But yeah. So we're making jokes like sul pieprz pieprz, like salt pepper, haha. Very funny. Oh yeah, dag kind of sounds like day in Swedish. That makes sense. Elaganda, my favorite. Yeah, that was a lot of talking. But yeah. Aren't you sleepy yet? It's only like 10 p.m. I go to sleep at 1 a.m. That's my system. I don't have the tea anymore, and my voice is broken already. My dishwasher broke those glasses. Mine isn't that broken, but my boyfriend's one was fine for a long time. Like, mine was broken more. We actually distinguish the glasses. It's a whole story, but because he has exactly the same one, but we just recognize it from how broken it is, pretty much. So his was fine for a long time. Like, mine was the broken one, and now his is even more broken than this. So yeah, but I still rather use the dishwasher than actually washing the dishes by hand. Nóżki Zenzi! No! Yes, I still live in Poland. What? I mean, It kind of sounds like, you're still living in Poland? Really? Why? Which I kind of understand. Well, yeah, they don't spell it in the game, I guess, but there are like showcases of words, so. But Sulsul is misheard in so many different ways. Like once it was a long time ago, but I was following a fan page that would always start posts with zoot zoot. And I was like, what's that? Because I like, these words made me think of some kind of alarm sound, like zoot zoot, something like that. I don't know. And I was like, okay, maybe that's just their thing. And then I realized that they actually meant sul sul, as hi, as hello. And I was like, that's not what the word is. It's sul sul, not zoot zoot. Stop this. Good times, like 2014 or something. As a kid, I thought Elaganda was anaconda. It kind of sounds like it. Oh, kushas, anaconda. How do you spell baby in Simlish? Actually, I think it's Nooboo. What else do they say that actually sounds like something? Also, when an elder male learns charisma on the mirror, practices charisma, practices speech, because there are two interactions to do that in The Sims 2. They don't really have a lot of words that they say, and there's a very short sequence where at some point he says kobieta, which is woman in Polish. It's like it's kobieta, but he says it in kind of like an aggressive way. Kobieta. And also I'm like, who? Yeah. Especially when there are no women around. It's like, I mean, could be transgender and just realize it in old age. That's fine. But because, they're looking in the mirror. So, yeah. But, yeah, I definitely hear that a lot. Yeah, there is Hoppelborfna in The Sims 4 that means happy birthday, but also there is a song. Wait. God, I can't remember now. Like a song that you can sing in winter. Was that Jingle Bells actually? No, they say Fwingle Zibs, I think. Fwingle Zibs, da 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 da. Which is kind of similar. And there's also Old Lang Syne that they also sing in a kind of similar way, just like a gibberished version of the English song. No, Maisie Globe is actually a Sim song. Wait, there is a spelling of Hoppelborfna. Like this. I think so. Tibitambalug. No, it's Weebitambaluna. No, I can't remember. Maybe it's TB Tambal, but definitely not Tambaluga. It's Tambaluna. Okay? TB Tambaluna. Luba Snoobu. Resurrecting the pollination technician? I would have to kill him first. He's not dead. So I don't, like, I can try to summon him, but that's not very interesting. Do you guys say Varsovia or Warsaw? What? There are two ways of saying that in English? In English, I definitely say Warsaw. In Polish, I say Warszawa, obviously. Or Wawa sometimes, because that's the shortcut of it. It is dangerous to summon the pollination technician, and I think the pollination technician isn't technically a sim, actually. So it might be bad. No, they don't say gruba dziwko. Ah! That would mean like you fat slut or something. Not bitch, because bitch is definitely not the same meaning, okay? I don't know why people keep translating dziwka to bitch. It's so much different. It's like bitch is suka, okay? And it's exactly the same meaning, both the dog and the bad word said towards women. And yeah, but they don't say that. They say Lubachivko. The female teenagers, when they say hi. Hubanubi. Oreo. Oreo agaga. No. What? They don't sing it like that in the Latin music, in the salsa. Oreo agaga. Oreo. No. No. Oh. This is hilarious. My favorite thing in The Sims music is the mumble rap in The Sims 3. Like, it's such low effort to do mumble rap in Simlish because you can just like make drunk sounds and you don't even have to be sober for it. It's you can just do whatever. They can just record you while you sleep and try to talk to someone, and it's mumble rap in Simlish. Sure. What? I always thought as a kid the salsa song they were singing about how Oreos make you poop. Were there Oreos that long ago? Because Oreos started like what? I think Oreos appeared in Poland in like 2011 or something like that. Like 10, 11, maybe 12 years ago. And you heard that as a kid in The Sims 2? Something doesn't add up. Well, I guess Oreos were just there for a long time before they came to Poland. Oreo de caca. No. It's low effort to do mumble rap in general. Yeah, Oreos existed around the time Sims 2 was released. You just blew my mind. They literally came to Poland in like 2010. Like, definitely not earlier than 2010. I assure you. So many wasted years without Oreos. Welp. Of course, in Strange Town, I did like a misheard lyrics fragment, like a part of the R&B song, where there was "Show me pubes, shame on me," because I literally heard it there. Good times. Show the nails. I already did them, so I can show them off. They're rusty orange, an autumn color because it's spring. It's actually winter still because it's freaking snowing, as I said at the beginning of the stream. There is snow on the ground and on the cars. It's insane. Oreo is from 1912? Like when my grandma was born. No, actually she was born in... I meant my great-grandma. She was born in 1901, I think. Something like that. So, not... But she was like 11. So, that still counts. Oreo de caca. Yes, it is snowing in Gdynia. I mean, I don't think it's snowing anymore, but the snow is on the ground. There is snow. What else do they say in the songs? Because... I think my favorite song from The Sims 2 is from the oldies. Like... Onta da Lupa or something, it's called. Da Lupa, da Lupa, Kiche. I love this song. They came to Serbia in 2018. This is like a big... Like, it really took them some time to go outside of the US. But my favorite pop song is Epeciale fortate Rimane nola gefolle meisnota. From the base game. I love it. Chocolate is a classic, of course. And any songs that exist in real life and are in The Sims are also very good. Jedna mob mas mi, jedna mob mas mi. Bakawa jas mi, agawa hinas mi. 22 degrees? Jesus. 22. But as I said on Twitter, everyone is happy about winter and I'm just like, There will be buzzing. I will have to deal with the PTSD I have with bugs. And I will look like a crazy person on the street again whenever a fly flies next to me. Ugh. I've seen a broken cutscene before, and I am thinking of making a video where I break cutscenes on purpose. Because it's just too funny, I can't. I know how to break the labor cutscene, kind of. I know also like the sim can walk away during birth in the cutscene, but I don't know exactly how to do that. But I will try. Yeah, I think all songs actually have titles in The Sims too. The wedding cutscene can be broken too, but it like the broken cutscenes usually have a lot to do with the corruption of the neighborhood, actually. So it would be hard, although I will try that too. Because there is one way to break any cutscene pretty much, and I will just try that and see what happens. I won't tell you what that is exactly, I will tell you in the video. I don't know when I will make that video, because next week I think we will, like, I'm not sure. Maybe next week we will have the live stream with making townies, and maybe the week after that I will make the cutscenes video, or the other way around. I don't know yet. But probably the live stream next week, because if we do it on like Tuesday, then yeah, I will need townies before the like in 2 weeks because I record the video for English channel on Mondays. So yeah. Okay, the live stream with the townies has to be next Tuesday or so. Maybe Wednesday, I'm not sure. Maybe Monday, I'm not sure. That wasn't the taxi driver. I later realized that it's the streaker. That's why he was naked, but I have no idea why he was in the backseat. That's just weird. Like, he was in the place where Grim Reaper should technically be. So the game got really confused. Easter special breaking cutscene. When is Easter? I don't even know. I am not going anywhere for Easter, and I'm not doing anything, and like nothing really, like it doesn't matter for my job if it's Easter or not. So I don't even know when it is. Alvin, yes. You know what? I need to pee. I'll be right back. You will just look at my empty room. Goodbye. I'm back. Yeah, that was the only dance that you could ever see from me. Ah! Stop electrifying me, Jesus Christ. Electrocuting? How do you call that? There's definitely a word for that. That when you touch metal and there's like a spark. I hate that. But I don't know the word for that. In Polish, we say that it kicks. I don't know what it is. Nice socks. What kind of socks do I have? Oh, basic ones. Not with like hamsters or corgis. What's your favorite The Sims 2 mod? I have like 300 of them. So try to like pick one of 300. Static. Yeah. It's static. Obvi. Or it can be a shock too. Everything is shocking me today. Shadow fix. Well, you can technically just disable shadows. It won't look very pretty, but it's a way. So shadow fix isn't really that needed. It's not necessary. Thank you. I like my glasses too. Especially that I can see in them. Favorite mod? Probably the one that stops the Sims from making their bed. That makes this that makes this interaction cancelable. Because it's so annoying. Or the one that stops Sims from harassing babies because they get obsessed with babies, but still they don't know how to, like, you know, take care of them. So it's just, they are just taking the baby and like feeding it every 30 minutes, and it's super annoying. They won't do anything else. Oh, I didn't know that the mod for the hobby ones works differently than a normal mod. Okay, I will have to look into that. Well, yeah, the hobby ones are annoying a little bit. Sometimes they can be useful, but yes, it's no baby harassment. Yeah, I don't know how I used to play without it too. Also, you know, like when it comes to babies, also butler is no nanny because the butler is obsessed with the baby too. So I think my favorite mod would be just like a mod against a very little annoyance. Oh yeah, my lifespan is also, but it's weird to say, oh, my mod is my favorite. You know? I like my lifespan, but because I made it for myself, you know, but I don't know, it's just weird. Yeah, Sims come to your Sims house and they just harass the baby too. It's stop doing that. Random pizza topping, yes. I mean, I like ACR too, but I could play without it. It's not like I got it really late on playing the game. It's I don't know, I've had it for like less than a year, I think. Custom food is cool too. I have some, but I am very picky with it. Like everything looks so alpha to me. I don't know. Not only read the newspaper, but also steal the newspaper. Sims constantly do that. There's also a mod for that too. But it's funny. I just kept it in the game because it's funny. I have less muscle. Not no muscle, but less muscle. So they don't muscle as much. But they do it sometimes. I think it is possible to have mods on Mac, but you have to just, well, look it up. It has to be in a different folder or something, but it is possible. I am chewing on my on my mouth already. Yep. Once I said it, I'm noticing it more. Okay, I think I will be wrapping this up pretty soon. I could have held that pee, I guess. Ask to just be friends. Yeah. It's a very useful mod. But technically you could just have like Inseminator or something similar for it and just remove flags. It's more work, but it could work. Well, the headmaster loves pork chops, that's a fact. You get more points when you give him pork chops, and you get very lousy points when you give him salad. The headmaster, I mean. Oh, no home buskers? I could get that actually, thanks. Because it's annoying that they play for tips in their own home. Someone from their family gives them a tip. The tip doesn't get subtracted from the family's funds, but does get added to family's funds when the sim stops playing for tips. So it's super stupid. Oh yeah, more expensive bills than once a week. That's, yeah, useful. I can't play guitar when I just did my nails, come on. They'll be destroyed. Okay, someone is shouting, I don't know if you could hear that. 2 times slower scaling? My toddlers won't be geniuses anymore? Well, toddlers, I mean, they do learn things faster, but they especially learn things faster up when they are teenagers, pretty much. If you give them the smart milk and you don't have the smart milk fix. So maybe that's the problem, although they do gain skills really, really fast anyway. Because they're kids and they just learn fast. Oh, there's some kind of game, okay. Sweden and Poland, I didn't even it's not interested. But yeah, that explains the yelling. Okay, maybe 7 more minutes. Is this a bug? Yeah. Normally, when you have the Ultimate Collection, especially because it just came with some kind of patch. I'm not sure which one, but this bug definitely wasn't there. Oh, you have the smart milk fix. Okay. It wasn't there in the base game, definitely. So it was just broken somewhere on the way. That when you give your toddler the smart milk, I explained that in one of my videos, by the way, then it pretty much never wears off. The glow disappears, but the abilities are still there, and they are there for a long, long time. That's why the sim, even being a child, a teenager, and maybe even an adult, just learns things faster because the boost just never disappeared. So there's a mod, Smart Milk Fix, that fixes that and goes to how the milk should have worked in the first place and used to work in the first place. Well, for promotions, I have the mod that decreases the chance of promotion from 100% when you have all requirements met to 75, so you pretty much never know if they're going to get promoted. But I also have the mod that you don't have to have friends for work, so it's kind of the same. And I also have the job stopinator if I just don't want a certain sim to be promoted anymore. Well, in the Super Collection, the bug with the Smart Milk might appear as well, because as I said, I'm not sure when exactly it happened. Some careers have. I think I got a mod that makes the expansion pack careers pay less because, and also that service sims get paid more. It's fair wages for service sims. Yeah, because it's just some careers that have such a huge salary comparing to base game ones. Oh, interesting. Also, you have to take into account that even if the sim's salary is really, really big, sometimes they, at higher levels, sometimes they go to work only once or twice a week. So you have to count it weekly, not daily. But yeah, but some of them are just not fair. Yeah, music gives too much money. Intelligence, Show business, I think. I mean, show business kind of makes sense to be a lot of money, you know, but intelligence actually gives a lot of money too. What? This is something that we do. Monthly talks on Marticore in English, because I especially want to talk in English. Is it like what? Yeah, the English channel exists too, and I want to interact here as well. So yeah. This is basically like a substitute for my English teaching classes that I don't have anymore, and like that was my choice. But yeah, but I just felt like I don't really speak English that much, and I came up with the idea of having like a monthly talk, so that I sit here for like an hour or two, and I have to just speak, answer questions or talk about things very spontaneously. Spooky bugs and features, I can only think of like two things more. So I don't know if there's really a point in doing like a separate video for that would be themed as spooky. I guess I could just put those things in another video somewhere. But I don't know. If I come up with something that those two things, or how many I come up with, will just fit in, then I will just do that. The ultimate collection, yes. Actually, a lot of Polish people don't know how to say this word, ultimate. It's very, very common that Polish people don't say it properly. Actually, I think just a few people know how to actually say it. I only do YouTube these days, actually. That was kind of the point. My dad pronounces seasons as sessions? Okay. Well, yeah, some people say that they learn English from my videos somehow. Okay. I mean, I learned a lot of English from listening to stuff, so... it's always ultimate. There's no other pronunciation of this word, I think. Hi, Leszek. Stop saying ultimate. That's not how you say it. Actually, a lot of things that end with ate are like those endings are pronounced as it, not ate, not always. There are no mates in ultimate, exactly. Also, there's a huge thing with Polish people and constantly putting table in words when only the word table is actually pronounced table. Whenever you have table in another word as an ending, you never say it like table. Like comfortable. A lot of people say comfortable. Oh my god. Like, this is the most basic mistake that people do in English. I mean, English teachers usually don't really pay that much attention to pronunciation, which I always do, to the point that I think I don't teach anymore, but to the point I think my pupils actually thought of me as annoying, probably, but whatever. Everything that has able at the end actually isn't pronounced as able or table if there's a T. So valuable. I don't know what else has able at the end. I mean, okay, disable actually, but it's like it's very closely connected to the word able. So yeah. I get so triggered when my teacher allows awful pronunciation. Disposable, yeah. Yeah, I hear a lot about actual English teachers that make so many basic pronunciation mistakes. It's crazy. Like, how did they even pass exams and like finish universities? It's I like I don't know. I mean, I was an English teacher without a language degree, but usually but I was at a language school where like the fact if you were hired depended on a lot of things happening on the actual interview and having the interview in English and stuff. And I think in like a normal school, when you're just like a regular English teacher, you basically just need a degree and documents, right? So if someone finished university, finished English, like graduated English at university and can't say comfortable right, something is really not right. It's something went really wrong there. Timetable. Well, timetable has the word table, like the actual word table, you know? My English teacher also pronounced forehead as forehead. I mean, I used to pronounce foreign the wrong way, but this is something else. It sounds like some kind of really weird dialect, like a Scottish person maybe would say like that. I don't know. I don't know Scottish that much, but like it kind of sounds like that way. That is a very regional thing. Well, yeah, learning the proper pronunciation is annoying. to a lot of students, especially that, I don't know, it really depends if you like English in general, right? But I guess it's just like you get used to some pronunciation and then suddenly a teacher appears that tells you, no, this is not the proper pronunciation, I'm sorry. You just have to change it. And then you have to get reused to, the new pronunciation. And it can be annoying, especially when you're constantly making mistakes and being corrected and being like reminded of the mistake so many times. But, well, you just have to learn at some point, because otherwise people will not understand you properly. I had a student that was really engaged and just a really good student, but she constantly said finger instead of finger. And I was just like, no, please. Oh, man. I didn't even think that you could pronounce it like that. I mean, technically you can, right? You could look at this word and think, yeah, okay, that's finger. Because there's ginger, for example, right? But, like, it's one of those basic words, kinda, right? That you just learn as finger, and it's finger. So... I don't know. It was such a shock to me that she was actually pronouncing that incorrectly. I say like a lot. But it's... first of all, a lot of people do. And second of all, I think it's exactly the same as the word jakby in Polish. It's also kind of similar in meaning in some contexts. So it is kind of like an equivalent of that word in a way. And also it's a word that I repeat a lot, and a lot of people do repeat that word a lot in sentences, because it's just, it's just like a break where you need to think for a second. It's part of the process of coming up with words. You just need a little tiny break. But yeah, and I think I just like... Yeah, when it comes to kind of habits in language, I have very similar habits in Polish and English. Like, I think I can translate every habit of Polish to English, and I do the same things. I think the most strange pronunciation... Yeah, the word jakby could have been inspired by like, and maybe this time I just took it from English to Polish. But a lot of people use that, again, it's that a lot of people use jakby in Polish and they don't really speak English that much or that well, So it's kind of like they hear it a lot watching Americans on YouTube, for example. Not only Americans, but And they absorb it and they kind of translate it and they start talking like that. Yeah. I was supposed to go like 10 minutes ago, but of course we're talking about language. Yeah, so the strangest pronunciation for me is a very simple word of so, because you spell it S-E-W, and I was really surprised that it's actually so. How the hell is that so? It doesn't make sense. It should be Sue or like anything, but so it's I think this is the Oh yeah, I use basically a lot too. Even in Polish. Like I talk in Polish and I use the actual word basically. So, because there isn't really a word basically in Polish that much. Like an equivalent of that word that you can use a similar way. Yeah. So I sometimes just throw an English word. Yeah, and it's like there's no other word. I mean, there might be, but I don't know another word in English that that ends with EW and that part of that word is pronounced as O. It's so weird. Oh no! Yeah, it's so and sewing. I was also really surprised. I remember exactly that I learned that word in high school and I was like, what? Why is this pronounced like that? And that's the word recipe. How? What? I mean, this makes a lot more sense than so when I think about it, but at first I was so sure that it's recipe because like it's really similar to the word recite, but just one letter is different. So why is it suddenly recipe? Well, speaking of using English phrases while speaking Polish, I often say I mean instead of mam na myśli because it's shorter. This is one of my habits too, that I say I mean in English and I say znaczy in Polish, because it's kind of the same. Yeah, and I also had a student, an adult student. She was older than me, I think. I'm pretty sure she was older than me, a few years at least. And she was talking in English, actually quite decently. And is that a word, decently? I'm not sure. Well, her English was decent. Of course, there were some pronunciation problems. Sometimes she would make grammar mistakes and stuff like that. But like, I could understand her. But she had this habit of saying znaczy in Polish during an English sentence. And I was like, if you want to do that, if you just need to throw this word there, I wrote on the board that you can just say I mean instead of that. If you really have to just clog your sentence with it, you know? So I don't think she stopped. I'm not sure. Not that long later, the school year ended because she started classes very late. But yeah, so I just showed her like the equivalent of that in English, just because it just sounds a lot better when she's actually saying that in English, because you know it's really weird when you're talking to someone from another country and you're constantly saying some kind of word that this person doesn't know and never heard, you know? It's just, yeah. I think some Polish people learn English just to, like, talk to other Polish people and they assume that they would understand some things, like some pronunciation, for example, that is not exactly correct, or some words that some false friends that you're using in the wrong way, that the other person would just figure out what they mean, but if the other person is from a completely different country, they will not figure that out. Yeah, I don't like mixing English and Polish either. If I can find a Polish word for something, I will just always try to use the Polish word. If I'm talking to like my boyfriend or just someone that, you know, like my friends or whatever, that I know they speak English and it's fine, right? Sometimes some expressions are actually better in English. It's like I don't know. You know, like the meaning is more what you're looking for exactly in this moment. So, and there might be equivalents in Polish, but they're not exactly that or something like that. Yeah, I do it a lot, but when for example, when I'm talking in my Polish videos, or I'm talking to someone that I don't know if this person speaks English, or I'm talking to my mom or whatever, then I just try to use Polish always, at all times. In my Polish videos, it doesn't always happen. It's not always the case, but I am trying, like, when I'm speaking Polish, I'm speaking Polish. So yeah. Well, being more able to talk about feelings in a foreign language is actually a thing with just feeling. I've talked about it so many times on this channel that in a foreign language you feel less responsible for your words. So things that might not pass through your speech apparatus in your native language are a lot easier to say in a foreign language. The best example of that is, of course, swearing. When you swear in a foreign language, it's just like, it doesn't even feel like swearing, right? So, yes, Polish is very hard to learn. So, yeah, like I had to tell my students constantly to stop saying shit in my classes because it's just like, I mean, it's not really that harsh of a swear word, but maybe it's not good to say that in class, So, yeah, because they wouldn't say the same words in Polish, but they would say them in English because it's just a lot easier and they didn't even feel like they were saying bad words, So yeah, so also talking about feelings or being able to be more open in the foreign language is a thing. I do that too. Like, I still have this thing when I can share more when I'm talking in English because I feel like it's a foreign language, no one will understand. It's just like a psychological thing. But I did stop swearing on this channel. I used to say the F word like 3 times in a video. And now I realize that like I try to teach my brain that it's the same thing as if I swear in Polish. It's the same thing. I mean, I swear a lot in my native language too, but not in my videos. So, and not in front of certain people. I can actually like switch it off and not say the bad words. But in English, that wasn't really the case that much. It used to not be the case. So yeah, so I stopped. I mean, I do say shit sometimes. Because I don't feel like this is a really bad word, right? But I don't say the F word ever these days. In the videos, of course. I love holy moly. I say holy crap a lot. Kura is actually, Kev, kura is actually chicken. It's hen, exactly. So that's not a bad word. I think you meant another word. Holy cow. I also say that sometimes. Oh, okay. Holy cow, that was the best date of my life. Could we please go out again? You can say it as gówno or sranie in Serbian. It's exactly... I mean, probably the pronunciation is different in Serbian, but I just said Polish words. Gówno is shit and sranie is shitting, so like... And I do say those words in my Polish videos. I say cholera as well, which is also kind of like shit, but like lighter, I guess. So yeah, I just figured that if I say those words in... Stop this. Those words in Polish, then I can just as well say shit on the English channel. It's like the same thing. And I say God damn it a lot, because I like it. What, jolly good? I don't think... That sounds like something a grandma would say. I remember you used to say Matko Bosko Częstochowska a lot. I still do, kinda. Recently I've been saying Matko Świnko and I love it. Oh, jolly good is all the British English. Yeah, that kind of sounds like the lady from Keeping Up Appearances. Bouquet residence. Jolly good. I've never actually watched that show, but I know like some things about it. Lady of the house speaking or something. I think I prefer ja pierdykam over ja pierdzielę. Because pierdzielę kind of makes me think of farts. So there are a lot of farts in my life and I don't want to say them also, you know. And this is something I would never say in Polish. Okay, I think I should go because I should be in the shower right now. Whatever tickles your fancy. Yep, I know that one. I need to start using that. Instead of you do you, because that's boring. Instead of you do you, I should say whatever tickles your fancy. That's a lot better. Pierdykam sounds like farting to me. Definitely pierdzielę sounds like farting more to me. My grandpa once said about him that he's a stary pierdziel, so that's also because I can't remember that. Wait, what did I say? I said that something smelled like him or something like that, and he was like, starym pierdzielem. Oh man, he's been dead for like almost 2 years. Wow. Well, I'm 30, so it's normal that my grandparents are not here anymore. I only have one grandma alive. Kind of barely, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, it's for me a word that I heard someone say or write and I was like, okay, I will start using that, was the word mięciusia. It probably sounds really funny to not Polish speakers, but it's basically a nicer way to say that someone is fat, I guess. Like, you know, you can say like fluffy or something like that, and it's kind of like this. It's technically soft in meaning, I think. But yeah, that someone is mean, mięciusi. I like that. Man, I checked that in Poland it's 11:16 p.m. It is. So I should be in the shower because I think we've been watching This Is Us, me and my boyfriend, and for me that's rewatching, and for him that's watching for the first time, so I know everything, and he's like, oh, what will happen? What is going to happen? They are teasing so much, I don't know what will happen, and I'm just like, I know everything. And it's so hard to not spoil things to him, but I think tonight's episode might be the episode where I will cry my eyes out. It's the only one episode that is so sad. Oh my god. I was sad for like a week after I watched that for the first time. And I think that might be today. I think that might be tonight. Maybe tomorrow. But it could be tonight. I'm not exactly sure because I watched it like 4 years ago. But 3 years ago, I think. But yeah, I need to prepare for that. Definitely take my makeup off for that occasion. Oh, it's 6 p.m. Yeah, for some people. Okay, I'm gonna go. It's past 11 p.m. It's time. Yes, I've seen The Good Place, all of it. And it's also hard to not spoil it to my boyfriend that is sometimes watching it these days. He is not a fan of series that have 20-minute episodes, so it's kind of hard for him to watch. Didn't I say what we're watching? This Is Us. Didn't I say the title? I don't know. I got confused in my own sentences as always. This Is Us. Yes, it's a show that is sad a lot of the times, but there's just this one particular episode that is just so intense. Man. Okay. Goodbye. Have a nice night, evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are. And oh, okay, I did say it. Good. So yeah. Dobranoc. It's not nighttime for everyone. Bye. I'll see you in April, somewhere at the end of April. Somewhere after Easter, I guess, because Easter is somewhere around the 20th, I think. But I don't know. I don't know when Easter is this year.